Hey gang, I want to show you guys a God Flash that I found for Ebox on Anubis. I was watching some pro games. I saw some different variants of this, and then I just kind of came up with what I think is a slightly better version. There's a lot of versions of this, but for this one, what you want to do is come to this. There's this little cubby in here at the pillar before you get up the steps. Not this one, but this further one back by this orange up arrow here. You just want to tuck in. If you run straight at it, it can be hard to kind of like lock into it. You just want to come in at an angle like this. Hold W, tuck in there. And then there's this little orange dot right here. If I zoom in, it's this little bit right here. This kind of general area is fine. Just don't aim too far to the left or it might take a weird bounce. Aiming a little more to the right's fine, but this little dot's a really great spot. And you just want to left click a flash like that. This flash is going to blind off these, a lot of times CTs like to play these angles deeper into sight like this, watching Ebox. So it's going to absolutely wreck people playing that angle, unless they play like a really, really small angle, which, usually you're going to be running past or it's smoked anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But those angles it'll get, and then also if a guy's playing tucked in this corner, it's going to perfectly pop flash right in his face. Sorry about blinding you. So what I would recommend is throwing that flash, and then what you can also do is you can throw it twice, because there's going to be a sound and they can see it coming. So the two different ways you're going to be going into E-Box usually is either you're throwing this flash and there's no smoke, or you're going to be flashing and running through a smoke. A lot of times it's going to be smoke. Kind of depends when in the round you're coming through it. So if it's not smoked, I would say throw this flash twice, because they can see it coming, especially if they're playing like this angle here. They can turn, but a lot of times you throw it twice, they'll swing back out and they'll catch them on the second one. Or if this guy hears this, he might turn and then look back, but if you throw it again, then he's looking and more than likely getting a blind. Now, if it is smoked, I would just say probably just throw it one time. And then if you want to line up through smoke, the way I like to do it is I basically just line up with this little ball right here, this little circle, and then I go a little bit to the right of this wall into the orange. And if you have a crosshair bind, that lets you make your crosshair bigger, it's easier. It's not a super precise lineup. As long as you're in this general area, you're going to be fine. Just try to line up with this little circle and then a little bit into the orange here. You can also use the top of the sign roughly is where it's at. Although sometimes, depending on where they throw their smoke, this sign might be hidden. So just throw this flash. You can run with it. It's a decent timing, and then also you can get your teammates through. Sorry, a little bit, not too far to the right. It's going to fuck it up. So just a little bit to the right of this wall. And line up with the little ball and left click a flash. And you're swinging through the smoke. All right, guys. I hope this flash helps you guys take E-Box and get B-Site. If it helps, let me know in the comments. And as always, easy peasy.